this is Stephanie from Keeper of the Home and Simple Organic. Today I'm going to show you how to make a smoothie using fresh summer greens. One of the things that I love to put in our smoothies, and our family is smoothie crazy. We make smoothies at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. But we like to change up our smoothies. Usually we use a lot of different kinds of berries. We use banana, we might put in oranges or mangoes, things like that. But as often as we can, we try to put in fresh greens like this. This is some kale that I got at my produce market. And there are a lot of reasons that I love putting greens in. When I say greens, I mean dark leafy greens like this. I'm not talking about iceberg lettuce or any kind of wussy green like that. I mean kale, spinach, Swiss chard. Those are the kind of greens that really have a lot of nutrients. The darker the green color, the more nutrients you're going to find in your greens. And the kind of nutrients that are in greens, they include vitamin C, E, K, beta carotene, lots of minerals like iron and calcium and a lot of other trace minerals. They also include phytonutrients and antioxidants, which help to they protect your cells from free radical damage, and they can be protective against cancer. You'll also find amino acids in greens. Amino acids are the building blocks of protein. Greens also strengthen our red blood cells. They improve the quality and the quantity of our red blood cells. They improve our circulation. The benefits of greens are pretty numerous. I actually wrote a few down because I didn't want to forget anything. Oh yes, greens help you to eliminate bad breath. Did you know that? The chlorophyll in the greens actually helps to naturally freshen your breath. And I think one of the reasons that greens do that is because greens detoxify. What makes greens green is the chlorophyll content in them. And chlorophyll strengthens our liver, and it actually does help our body to detoxify. It can even help to gently pull out toxic heavy metals that are in our body. And so there are so many reasons why you would want to add greens to your diet. So what I'm going to show you is how I make just sort of my basic frozen fruit smoothie. I'm going to add some kale into it. You don't always have to add fresh greens. There are a lot of other things that I add as well. One of those is, this is green magma, or magma plus, and it is mostly young barley grass powder, but it has some other things in it as well. I also use liquid chlorophyll sometimes, and another one is spirulina. Spirulina is actually a sea vegetable. It's sort of a type of seaweed. But it is very nutrient dense, and it has a lot of the same benefits as other greens. And another one that you'll find pretty commonly in most stores is a brand called Greens Plus, and I like them as well. They have a lot of different types. This one has extra antioxidants with dried berries in it as well. So, so that's some things that you can do if you don't want to use fresh greens, but I do really recommend using fresh greens. And for me right now, this kale is getting a little wilted, so that makes it perfect to use that because I'm not sure what else I'd use it in at the moment. For the base of my smoothie, I like to use, this is kefir. Kefir is sort of a liquid form of yogurt, except it has a little bit different bacteria cultures, but that's what makes kefir so great, is that it's got bacteria cultures in it. So it's going to improve the bacteria balance and improve that intestinal flora. This is a very good thing for your body. You want to have lots of foods like that in your diet. So I don't measure anything. You'll quickly learn in my kitchen, or not much of anything. So I just sort of dump some kefir in there, and then I'm going to put my greens in. I don't want this really hard stem. If I was juicing, I would leave it in, but because I'm making a smoothie and I'm going to drink all of it and the fiber's not going to be taken out, I don't really want that in there. So I'm going to rip the green leaves off of the stem and just toss that in there. I don't know how much kale that is. This is only for me, so I'm not making it as big as I would if it was for my whole family, but there's some of my greens. Now, these are some frozen raspberries. Every summer our family stocks up on berries because we eat so many smoothies throughout the year. I'm going to add, this is a bit of a secret, when you're making your green smoothie, blueberries. Blueberries are really good, especially when you're serving greens to kids or to a husband who isn't really so keen on them, or to myself. I used to be a really picky eater, and I still struggle with a few things, like I don't really like the color of a green smoothie. So I tricked myself by adding blueberries, because blueberries give it sort of a nice dark, reddy, purpley color, and then it doesn't look so green. And I'm going to add a couple frozen bananas because they really help to sweeten it up, make it really nice and thick and creamy. I always use frozen ones, not fresh, but you could use fresh, of course. You could always use any of these fruits fresh if that's what you preferred. And then some kind of a sweetener. You could use stevia powder in here. What else would I use? I mean, the fruits do sweeten it quite a bit. Oh, another thing is you could use some frozen orange juice concentrate. That actually does add a really nice flavor. And our sweetener of choice in smoothies is raw honey. So I'm just gonna add, I don't know, a spoonful of honey, and that should be good enough. And you're gonna notice that I'm using a fancy schmancy blender. This is a really heavy duty blender. It's like what you would see in a smoothie shop or a coffee shop for making frappuccinos or blended ice drinks. This is the mother of all blenders. I love this blender, but you can do this if you don't have a blender like this. It's just a little bit longer than I'm blending. So I'm going to turn this down to low to get it going. Now that was about 30 seconds. I wasn't really paying attention. I'm going to give it one more quick blend to make sure all the fruit's blended up. So if you were using a regular blender, and I did use a regular blender for years and years before I got this one. I was pretty hard on my blenders before. Then you would probably just want to blend it up for more like a minute or a minute and a half. You really want to make sure that all the fibers are broken down, partly because that's going to help you digest what's in the greens and make sure that you're absorbing all those amazing nutrients in the greens even better. So do make sure that you blend it really well. There's my nice thick smoothie, and notice it is not green. Between my blueberries and my raspberries, I got it to a really pretty berry-ish sort of color, which makes it really easy to drink. I'm just going to grab a straw here and have a taste of my smoothie. It is really good. Now, depending on the type of greens that you like, you may find that you don't like the flavor of one as well as another. There's a lot of ways that you can cover up the flavors by playing with different sweeteners, playing with different kinds of fruit. Personally, I really like spinach. Spinach is sort of my favorite smoothie green. My husband's favorite smoothie green is kale. But if you play around, you'll find something. And once you do, there are so many amazing combinations and ways that you can get greens in yourself, in your kids, in your whole family so much easier. So there you go. Now you know how to make an amazing green smoothie with all those summer greens. Enjoy.